All right, what's up, everyone? We're gonna do a quick WWE Saturday Night's main event preview and do some predictions, I guess. All right, Saturday Night's main event this week will take place on this upcoming Saturday in Madison Square Garden. Um, we already know that Jalen Brunson is going to be there. He's going to have something to do with Roman Reigns. What that could be, really have no idea. I mean, I don't know where the WWE is going with this. Obviously, it's just a money grab to try to sell tickets by letting people know that Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson will be in a segment together in New York. So I I mean, look, this is anybody's guess what they're going to be doing with this. It's probably not going to move any storylines. Hopefully, it doesn't. Hopefully, this doesn't involve Seth Rollins. Hopefully, this is just a one-off thing that they do, and just for the to get the cheap pop of the crowd and all. And hopefully, Jalen Brunson doesn't play a role in the Roman Reigns Seth Rollins match. I think we've been down that road with Pat McAfee at WrestleMania and Jelly Roll at WrestleMania, but I could see the WWE actually screwing up and doing something like that where Jalen Brunson all of a sudden plays a role at SummerSlam. So let's hope that doesn't end up being the case. Talk a little bit about the matches. The women's tag team championship match between Paige and Brie Bella against the Fatal Influence. I think Fatal Influence is going to win this one. I think they need to win this one. They've been outstanding since they got to the main roster. They're getting amazing crowd reactions since they got to the main roster, and on top of that, I want Paige to go back to being a singles competitor and let Brie team with her sister Nikki when she gets back. There's so many feuds that Paige could be doing. We will get to one of those feuds in a minute that she could be doing, but Paige could be doing so much more than being a tag team champion. I believe they lose these belts. I believe Fatal Influence wins them on Saturday night, and I think they get a long run as the tag team champions. And I think it'll be well deserved and earned. And it's about time to take a chance and put the belts on them. And let's see what they can do. Um, the most interesting match of the night for me is Lyra Valkyria against Bailey. I think Lyra wins this match. I don't think she should, but I think she does. I think Bailey needs a win, but you can't go through the whole heel uh, turn and the new look with Lyra and have her lose her first match. So I'm pretty sure she's going to win this one. I'm curious to see what a heel Lyra looks like in the ring. She looked good Monday night. I like the look. I like the fact that they changed her look. She didn't come out and just be the same Lyra Valkyria. She changed up her whole appearance. I suspect the music will be changing too. And she looks all disheveled and like she doesn't sleep. She's losing her mind. If you remember, this was the storyline they were doing with Bailey in a certain way that Bailey was having multiple personalities and all. Lyra kind of looks like she's in that like mindset right now. I'm very excited to see where it goes. Hopefully, the WWE doesn't just throw it by the wayside like they do with a lot of storylines. Case in point, Bailey with the multiple personalities. But I think Lyra wins this match. I wouldn't mind seeing Lyra and Paige go at it down the road. Maybe send Lyra to SmackDown. Change it up. Have her go after Tiffany Stratton for the women's US title. Um, there's certain feuds of it. I think she's done as much as she can overall. Because Liv Morgan is the champion, so I don't think she's going to go after the champion. I think Liv Morgan will still be the champion after SummerSlam. So I think there's more room for her to grow on SmackDown as a heel competitor. But I do think she beats Bailey Saturday night in a match that I'm very interested in to watch. Um, Danhausen against JD McDonough and a no disqualification match. I mean, okay, what is that, right? I mean, I think JD McDonough should win. My prediction is that Danhausen's going to win. Obviously, with a lot of shenanigans. When the Judgment Day is involved, there's always a lot of shenanigans. I just don't think a guy of JD McDonough's wrestling caliber should be losing to a guy like Danhausen. I think JD McDonough has been outstanding. His matches have been arguably the best of the night every time he's out there. He puts on PLE caliber matches, and he hardly ever gets on a PLE. I think he deserves to win this match, but I do think Danhausen's going to win, and I think this is headed towards Danhausen against Dominic Mysterio at SummerSlam. I do think we're going to end up with that. And how far is Dominic Mysterio fallen? That his SummerSlam match could be Danhausen. Um, But I do think Danhausen wins this match with a bunch of shenanigans, possibly with Jalen Brunson getting involved because Danhausen had the whole thing with the Knicks during the NBA Finals and all. So that could be what the real reason for Jalen Brunson being there is. Um, but yeah, nothing really to get excited about so far with this show, and I think Danhausen wins that match. All right, the main event is a tag team match that I still don't understand why or what's the purpose of this tag team match. Sami Zayn and Gunther against Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. Now, I unless something big happens here where one of them turns heel, which it's not going to happen, but unless something like that happens here, this match is really pointless. It's not going to develop any new storylines. It's not going to add to the heat between Punk and Rhodes because it's just a pointless tag match. I think Sami Zayn's going to leave Gunther high and dry. I think Rhodes and Punk get the win. I think they have a little bit of miscommunication throughout the match, which will kind of cause some bad blood. But I think at the end of the day, they win this match, and I think Sami Zayn doesn't really like Gunther either. So I foresee Sami going full heel here and just walking out and leaving his partner sit in that ring and take it. But why is Gunther in this match? Like, what else do they have to do with Gunther? I mean, he's headed towards facing Nick Aldis at SummerSlam, but man, how far this guy has fallen, from retiring John Cena and AJ Styles and them talking about him retiring Rey Mysterio and him fighting Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. And now he's on a Saturday night's main event in a pointless tag match. And again, then he's headed towards SummerSlam to face Nick Aldis. All in all, I'm not going to watch the show. I think it's going to be pointless to watch it. I'll watch the Lyra Bailey match on like Rewind or Replay, or I'll find it on YouTube. I'll probably watch the tag match on YouTube also, but there's nothing to get excited about it with the show. The WWE is basically just putting a show out there to put one out there. It's kind of like a glorified house show, which Saturday night's main event was supposed to be used to revolve storylines and get you excited, which it never really is. So once again, it'll be a pointless Saturday night's main event. The WWE is really they're going to look into a good WrestleMania, and it's not going to be because of their doing. Okay, they're going to fall into it. I mean, WrestleMania, excuse me. They're going to fall into a good SummerSlam, and it's not going to be because of their storylines. It's just going to be because of the competitors that they're putting out there are going to do the job so outstanding that the show is going to be great. Because they're putting no effort into these title matches. They finally started putting an effort into Liv Morgan and Io Sky over last week on Monday Night Raw, but other than that, what storyline build has happened for SummerSlam? So Saturday night's main event you would think would be used to expand on those storylines, but I don't think it's going to happen. So those are my Saturday night's main event predictions. It's going to be a pretty straightforward show. I think it's going to do nothing for you. It's going to be pointless to watch it. And hopefully after that we can move on from some of those storylines and really build what SummerSlam is supposed to be for the final couple weeks before SummerSlam. So we'll see you for SmackDown tomorrow night and see what happens there. But again, I'm not foreseeing anything important happening over the next couple of days. Let's talk about it.